Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. How's the Josh? I know your Josh is high. Today I will begin with your interesting topic, very important topic, and that topic is chapter 4, and the name of the chapter is Moving Charges and Magnetism. In this chapter, today I will explain and derive both of what? The force per unit length between two parallel current carrying conductors. Two parallel conductors and two different type of current that might be different or equal, but take a general case. Two parallel conductors, current carrying conductors, having current I1 and I2 at a distance r apart, then force per unit length by applied by each other, mutual force per unit length, force by first on second or force by second on first, per unit length, take unit length. Okay, a finite length, if you take a finite length, then what would be the force on this by another, and vice versa. So current might be parallel, might be opposite. I1 is along this and I2 might be along downward, or I1 I2 might be in the same direction. So let us understand that how we could find the force per unit length. One thing, let I1, I2 be two currents in the conductor number 1, conductor number 2. And both conductors are taking very long conductors, means infinite end. And first conductor is lying in the magnetic field due to another, and second lies in the magnetic field due to the first. Once again, first lies in the magnetic field of second and second lies in the magnetic field of first. Let I1 is lying in the magnetic field due to the second, that is B2, and this I2 will lie in B1. This concept will be applied here. Let force on 1 by 2, how much? We know that the current I1 is along this direction, along upward direction, and at distance r, the magnetic field on each point will be inside of the plane, perpendicular to the plane, inside. That means direction of B1 due to this, that will be inside, in which the second current I2 is flowing in the second conductor. So F1, force on first due to the second, will be, that will be the maximum force, because magnetic field and the length are the perpendicular. Force on 1 by second, force on 1 by second, that is force on 1 by second is equal to I1 current of first and B2 the magnetic field of second and the finite length L of the conductor. We know here B2 is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2I by R. Here 2I2 will be the value of B2. So F12 is equal to I1 into mu naught by 4 pi into 2I2 by R into L. Now simplifying it, let us simplify F12. We can find the value. We can write here F12 F on 1 force on 1 by 2, that is equal to, we can write here rearranging the terms, mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 by R into L. This is the equation number 1. Similarly, force on 2 by 1, that is what? Force, again force by on 2 by 1 is equal to force on 2 by 1. This implies F21 is equal to I2 into B1 into L. Take the same finite length of each other. Same finite length of each. Now B1 is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 by R. That is F21 is equal to I2 into B1, that is mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 by R into L. Again rearranging it, we can write the value of it as F21 is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 by R into L. This is the value of, this is the equation 2nd. We can write here and we can see here the by equation 1 and 2. F12 is equal to F21. Let say it is F. Both are equal. So force on finite length L due to each other will be mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 by R into length L. This is the force. And if we want force per unit length, then F by L. This L will come in left side, F by L, and that is written as mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 by R. Very important relation, force per unit length, that is Newton per meter. This is all about the derivation which I was talking about. So force per unit length between two conductors. One thing you can find that whenever both I1 and I2, suppose both I1 and I2 are parallel, then they will attract each other, and if I1 I2 are opposite, then they will repel each other. You can find by the left hand rule, Fleming's left hand rule, FBI. You can find by this rule that both attract each other. So whenever I1 I2 are parallel, they will attract. When I1 I2 will be opposite, they will repel. Okay. So this is the derivation for which we were talking about. Now let us consider the second important point, that is force on a current carrying loop. This is the second point which I want to discuss today. Force on a current carrying loop in uniform magnetic field. That is also a point which I have to discuss today. That is force on a current carrying loop. Current carrying loop, not force but torque on a current carrying loop. This we have to find. Means torque on a current carrying loop, torque on a current carrying loop. Take a loop like that. B is this is the length of the conductor of the coil, rectangular type of coil, A, B, C, D, and uniform magnetic field. We have taken uniform magnetic field. In uniform magnetic field B. So force on this will be in such a way that F1, suppose force on this current is flowing along this direction, then two forces, one force will act here and one force will act here. They will act at a certain distance and equal and opposite forces will act, and on the side, on the arm AB and DC, equal and opposite but on the same line, but here equal and opposite on different point, on different line. So they will cancel each other. In this case they will cancel each other, but in this case the line of action that will be in such a way that the couple of the forces will take place. So moment of the couple of the forces will be torque. That I will derive in the next class. Wait for that. I think you have understood and got each and every concept of this lecture. But what is remaining now from your side to subscribe it. Thank you.